Right, so my name's Violet and I'm 16 and these are my ideas for my FMP project. So first I have a 16-page magazine that I will be mainly basing on some trainer and clothing brands such as Nike, and then some more high-end brands such as Off-White, Supreme, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, and then high street brands would be Urban Outfitters, Topshop, Topman, Boohoo, Pretty Little Thing, and other things like that. So this 16-page magazine will obviously be made up of clothing and trainers suitable from people aged 12 to 20, and kind of like new, like on-trend styles and really like current fashion. So after listening to this idea, do you think it would be suitable for an age group of 12 to 20-year-olds, and why?
Hi, I'm Maisie and I'm 18. Sorry I wasn't introduced at the beginning. And yes, I definitely think that would be a great idea for the great demographic for this magazine, as I see loads of people around my local area and on social media wearing these types of clothes, and I'm a personal fan myself of these brands as well, so that would be definitely something that I would be reading in my spare time.
And Harry?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea, but I don't know.
So the question was, after listening to this idea, do you think it would be suitable for an age group of 12 to 20-year-olds, and why?
Yeah, because everyone's sort of at that sort of age then where they're all trying to sort of experiment with different sort of styles and stuff. So by having that sort of platform to look on to see different styles, see if people want to, see if get an interest in that specific area. So yeah, it's a good idea.
And you're quite a sneakerhead, aren't you, Harry?
Yeah, I do like my shoes myself.
So question number 2, what would you like to see in this potential idea and why? So Maisie?
Well, for me, I would like to see maybe some celebrities like wearing these types of clothes, because I think that would be a great type of starting point, because obviously celebrities are the inspiration of today. I would also like to see a whole different array of trainers, particularly the Off-White collection and what shoes they consist of, because I love Off-White's collaboration with Nike, and it is just a beautiful collection altogether. And I would like to have more of an emphasis on Jordans as well, because Jordans are not very popular in the UK, but they're not like US popular, and I want to see the Jordans be targeted more to a British audience so we can get familiar with American trends.
Thank you, Maisie. And Harry, after listening to this idea... Oh, wait, sorry, wrong question. After listening to the idea, what would you like to see in this potential idea and why?
There's only one sort of main thing I'd really want to see, because I like release dates of all upcoming clothes and shoes and stuff, just so I can see what's new and go from there.
Okay, and do you think I could improve in this idea and why?
From my mind, initially, not really, but maybe you could do some like underrated streetwear brands as well, because of course they don't get as much recognition as the brands of such popularity just like are highlighted a lot, and I think you should put a lot more underrated brands. But aside from that, no, nothing else to improve on.
Okay, thank you, Maisie. And Harry, do you think there's anything I can improve on in this idea?
No, I think you got a pretty solid idea, just go on with it really.
Okay, thank you. So moving on to my next idea, which is a Nike ad campaign. This would consist of a poster to advertise Nike's new trainer releases, new clothing releases, alongside this would be a promotional video uploaded to YouTube or TV, wherever, and then another like short clip that would go onto like an Instagram story, so like between 10 and 15 seconds, and then also an ad on Snapchat that comes up when you're going through stories. You would get like an ad come up for like a song or something. It would be kind of the same thing as that, but obviously for a Nike ad campaign promoting their brand and their products. And this would also be a really like current style, really like a high fashionable thing to wear at the moment. This would also be to a target audience of 12 to 20 year olds, considering it's quite a young person's style. So after listening to this idea, do you think it would be suitable for an age group of 12 to 20 year olds, and why, Maisie?
Yeah, it would be suitable for that age range, but you could also kind of like make it suitable for an older audience as well, because older people tend to wear Nike a lot as well, because it's like an athletic brand in general, and older people wear like not the trendier clothes, but more of the clothes you see in like not charity shops, but
Sports
like
Direct?
Sports Direct maybe. But I'm not being offensive. I'm just being stereotypical, which is stupid of me. But anyway, yeah, mainly for 12 to 20-year-olds. I definitely think that'll be a great demographic, because they'll probably be the most interested, and the style I think you're going to go for would definitely capitalise on that.
Yeah, because it's quite it's like new trainers and new releases, whereas older people probably wouldn't kind of want that type of thing, because they'd probably just be stuck on like basic trainers they're less expensive than the new releases. Yeah,
That makes much more sense.
yeah. So Harry, do you think this idea would be suitable to 12 and 20-year-olds?
Yeah, it's the right age range. That was hard to say. Yeah, it's a good age range. That's really hard to say. Because everyone's sort of always looking for something new, and sort of the older generation, like everyone else has said, is like they don't really pay attention to the new stuff coming out. It's just they stick to what they know, and they don't really venture any further than that. So yeah, it's a good age range.
Yep, age range.
Bloody hell, that was hard to say. Oh.
A bit out.
Right. So, Maisie, what would you like to see in this potential idea, and why?
What I would like to see in this idea is like a range of like unisex kind of like ranges, because I definitely think that's becoming more of a common subject in today's society. And I also wouldn't mind seeing people of a younger age range, maybe. Love like maybe 13-year-olds in the advert, because it's sort of getting to know them as well. And it would also look quite good on your advert, as it's just really kind of binding together your demographic. I would also like to see loads of cool, like in the video, loads of like nice angles and different sort of movements of the camera per se. It's just, aside from that, your idea seems pretty clean cut and pretty aligned together.
Thank you, Maisie. So Harry, what would you like to see in this potential idea, and why?
So like Maisie was saying with like the angles and stuff, but if you was like filming into like more day-to-day stuff that people get up to, instead of just being like just walking down the road, because you never know, you could like need to run in them shoes and stuff like that, so you can experiment with stuff like that. And then posters, they need like make sure they're like different, so they stand out from any other poster, and make sure that the main image is the main focus.
Okay, thank you, Harry. So, do you think I could improve in this idea, and why?
No, not really. I think your idea again is pretty awesome, but you're going to have to make it quite ambitious because loads of trainer adverts are out there and it's quite a hefty market to kind of participate in. So it's basically just making yourself stand out from the crowd.
Okay, thank you, Maisie. And Harry, do you think I could improve in this idea and why?
You could improve it by if you wanted to go to the extreme and do some like proper out there sort of top designing thing and just like make like statues and stuff to just drop round in like London and stuff like that. That could be quite a crazy way of advertising. So
Yeah.
just another idea.
Okay, thank you.
No worries.
So my third idea is a 16-page children's book, which obviously would consist of illustrations, writing like an original story that I would come up with myself, and then like the main theme I would like to do would be quite personal, so a theme of flowers. Obviously my name being Violet, that relates to me on a personal level, and then my little sister, she's called Bluebell, and then we have cousins called Holly and Daisy, which we could include them in it as well. So it's got a real personal touch to it, and I think which would be like a nice thing to put together, so people can see that it's personal. So after listening to this idea, do you think it's suitable for 2 to 5-year-olds?
2 to 5-year-olds.
Okay, that's very cool. That's a very like different audience than the other two ideas. I think it's a really good idea, and it's the personal aspect of it it makes it so much more meaningful, and it has that relationship that the two other ideas seemingly lack. And my middle name is Rose, so it kind of relates to me on a personal level, but it's not as evident because my first name's not a flower, but my middle name is. So yeah, I think it's a great audience to kind of aim for.
Okay, thank you, Maisie. And Harry, after listening to this idea, do you think it would be suitable to 2 to 5-year-olds?
Yeah, it's a good age range. It all links in really, just because all the flowers and stuff, and then it sort of relates back to you for your family. So there's a sort of a sentimental bit there. But then, what was you gonna like sort of name the book?
I wasn't really sure yet because I haven't really thought that deep into it, to be honest. Obviously, something relating to flowers, like
Violet and the flower pots.
That's a lovely name.
Yeah, I actually kind of like that idea, actually. Thank you for
There
that
we
idea,
go.
Harry.
You got an idea.
Thank you for that idea. So, after listening to this idea, what would you like to see in this potential idea and why?
I'd like to see really detailed illustrations, and maybe some of the flower, maybe a drawing of your hand being drawn out and the violet being inserted into your own hand, to give it that more of a very like soft and tender type of vibe, to make these 2 to 5-year-old, I'm specifically saying females because obviously then they're not aware of not having a gender alignment, and they're being quite gender aligned. And yeah, it's just a great asset that I think could really personalise the book a lot more.
Yeah, I think what you're trying to say is that it's stereotypical that a little girl is associated with flowers and a little boy is associated with cars and superheroes and the colour blue. So, Harry, what would you like to see in this potential idea and why?
Just like eye-catching, colourful sort of illustrations and graphics. Just because they're like going to draw the attention of like the kids' eyes and stuff. Make sure you have like a good front cover. But yeah, that's all I've got to say.
Okay, thank you, Harry. And do you think I could improve this idea in any way, and why, Maisie?
No, I think this idea is very good. I don't think there's anything in my mind that would make this idea improved. I definitely think that the front cover, if you did a front cover, could consist of a big violet and then all the other flowers that you've mentioned within your family, all on the cover. So it's just that personal level being identified straight away.
Okay, thank you, Maisie. And Harry, do you think I could improve in this idea, and why?
Could you repeat the question again?
Do you think I could improve in this idea, and why?
Oh, yeah, so, no, I think it's a pretty solid idea. Got everything there, everything's in the right place, so it's just down to drawings and using different sort of like graphics and sort of art techniques to make the book.
Okay, thank you, Harry.